to the database. That layer is called basis. Now they call it web application server. So why we need web application server? To connect to what? Pardon? What is that layer? See, all the applications, we have all the applications here. We have our applications like finance, MM, SD, PS, PP, SD, HR, everything. So how can a user or how can the database connect to that? How can database connect to that? Yeah. Database cannot talk to that directly. Pardon?
Through the basis, yeah.
Through the basis, right? So because database has to have something in between, right? Right? Because there should be interpreter, database interpreter, right? Because whatever information here, it's not compatible with the database because it's compatible with all the database I said, right? So it has to be interpreted, right? Or translated, right? Yeah. So a lot of activities has to happen. And also control, how to control, who is logging in, what he is trying to access, what authorization he has, all has to be controlled, right? All have to be controlled. So all those things are controlled in the basis layer. The basis layer is it's an important layer. So this layer is called basis administrator. So you are basis administrators. So you monitor performance here. You make sure the security is normally done by security administrator, right? Then basis and security will make sure that is controlled, fully controlled. And also as a basis administrator, you have to make sure all the people can access the things fast, not very slow, right? So all these things are controlled by the basis administrator, right? So how will the user log in then? A user has to log in. So user can log in through GUI, that is called SAP GUI. I have installed a program in my laptop or in my computer at home. It will take 200 meg or more space. That is called client software. Then after installing the software, I have to give the credentials. Okay, what server? What is the name of the server? What is the SID of the server? What is the instance number of the server? What is the router string? I have to give you all the information. So when I give all the information, I will connect to the server. Just connect to the server. After connecting the server, then I have to select what client I want to log in, what language I want to use, what is my login name, and what is my password. After I give all those things, I will be logged in to the SAP server. So based on my authorizations, I have been authenticated now, but based on my authorizations, I can connect to various modules and see whatever is possible for me to see, whatever I am authorized to see, right? So I can have a very fine control of security in an SAP system. Okay.
Yeah.
So you may wonder what is this? What are these instance numbers, SID and all? We will talk about that later. Okay. That's another method using web browser. A lot of people had problem going and logging in through SAP GUI because when I go to a customer location, right? I don't have my notebook. If I want to connect to my server, are you going to install your SAP GUI in their computer? No, it's a problem for you. And also if I have a small iPad, what is the other one? Small gadget? Tablets or anything, right? So I'm not going to install those things. So I want to use browser. So they introduced in 2003, but started actually in 2004, a product called NetWeaver. So using NetWeaver, I can log in through the browser to all the SAP systems. I may have 20, 30, 100 SAP systems. I can connect to all the systems and see what I can see through the browser or portal. It looks like through the browser we can do that, right? So whatever I am authorized to see, right? If I'm an employee, I can apply for leave, right? If I am a salesperson, I can see what item he bought 5 minutes ago. How is this customer? Is he happy? Can I go and sell something else to him now? Or will he get upset? So those type of information I can find out immediately. In the same screen I can find out using portal.
So NetWeaver is the web browser. Is that what it means?
No, using NetWeaver, if I use NetWeaver, then I can connect to the SAP systems using a browser as well. Browser. I don't have to install SAP GUI in all the computers.
So the NetWeaver has to be on top. It's part of the web administration.
No. We'll talk about that later. I'm just giving the basic idea, right? So these are the two methods to log in. The layer I am using to log in into the SAP system is called presentation layer.
Presentation layer.
Or front end. So front end can be GUI or can be just a simple browser.
Web browser.
Web browser. I give the router string or maybe IP address, router string most probably, or the public IP address of the server, right? And then the port number based on the instance number also. Then I connect to the system, right? So we have one layer here called presentation layer. We have another layer here called application layer, that is this one, all this. And then we have another layer here called database layer.
Database.
So all these are components of SAP here, right? Which is the most important one?
Application layer.
No, all of them are important. All of them are important. Yeah, you can't do anything. You can't do anything. No, application. Yeah, without that, how can you log in and do changes, right? Yeah. Okay. For me to access information, whatever the user is asking. So user is asking, okay, user logs in and is asking, okay, can you give me the address of Tom's address or Don's address? Then you have to log in here. Then system will check whether you can log in. Oh, you are allowed to log in. So you are authenticated. Then what happens? I'm trying to open Tom's account in display mode. So the system will check, are you allowed to open Tom's account in display mode? Yes. So it will open. Then I can see Tom's information, right? So Tom's information sometimes has to come from the database if it is not in the local buffers. Okay. So if it comes from the database, every time if I'm accessing Tom, for example, I'm taking a very simple example, right? Then if every time it's coming from the database in this example is hard drive based. It's in the hard drive.
Okay.
So hard drive has arm movement, right? Every time I have to search for a record, the arm has to move and locate the record and then fetch the record and send it, right? So there's a delay because of arm movement time. So if the data is accessed very often, that data can be saved in a small buffer. This database buffer, right? So rather than accessing from the database, I can access from the database buffer. So it's faster. That's why I have database buffer in between.
So the buffer is just like if Tom has been accessed before, been looked at before, it will be in the buffer. So if somebody else comes looking for Tom, because it's in the buffer. So just like a cache buffer. Like a cache buffer. For example, like you are cooking at home in your kitchen table, right? You are very often using some products, some items like knife and spoons. So you keep those items next to you. You don't keep it in the cupboard. But sometimes later you stopped using a particular spoon. So then you thought, okay, better take it away from here. So you check the hit rate. If the hit rate is not high, that means hit rate means how many times you're accessing is not high, you take it away. Right? So whatever items which has very high hit rate, that will be in the database buffer. Okay? So now we have to understand few things. What is application server name? This information I have to give to SAP GUI, right?
Yeah.
So what is that? Application server name, what is that?
So the application server name would be say the ABAP server, right?
Yeah, the Windows or Unix server. Yeah, Windows or Unix server name. Okay, if you check the computer name here, that is the name. So I go to a computer, what is the computer name? That is the application server name, right? So there is no difference, but that has nothing to do with SAP. It is just the OS host name. right? So SAP, it's not SAP system name. Okay?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Then we have a SAP system name, that is SID. What is SID? System identification. So what is that? That is only 3-character name. And the first character should be a alphabet.
Alphabet, yeah.
Yeah, first character should be always alphabet. Certain characters are, certain SIDs are not allowed. I cannot use SAP as SID. I cannot use IBM as SID. So there are certain exemptions for SID, right? Apart from that, the first character should be an alphabet. Okay.
So the SID is not randomly generated. You have to.
I have to give when I am installing the server.
Okay. So,
After installing the server, I cannot change.
okay.
Is that how we used to install the SAP?
Yes, when I'm installing SAP, it will ask for the SID. It will ask for the server name. It will ask for the instance number, all
Yeah.
those things. Yeah.
It's the
Server
same that
name.
we did when we first installed it in our systems.
No, no, you're talking about, no. When you're talking about SAP GUI, you install SAP GUI in your system. So after installing, you are going to connect to, you try to connect to our server. At that time, you have to give this information.
Yeah.
But you didn't generate SID. You are entering the SID what we gave you to enter
Yeah.
to connect to our
Yeah.
system.
Yeah.
Okay? Okay. Then SID, I said SID is 3 characters, right, that you have to enter in the SAP GUI. Then the host name, then SAP router string I have to install. What is SAP router string? I have to enter SAP router string in my GUI. What is my router string? Router string is the public IP address, right? Your public IP address. For example, I got a modem from Rogers, right? So I have 2 IP addresses. One is local towards my side. One is public towards the world. Everybody in the world have unique public IP address. So I can connect from here to any part of the world because public IP address can be, there can't be 2 servers with 2 public addresses, right? So now when I give address, anybody trying to look at public address anywhere in the world will come to your system and look at, okay, what is your host name? What's your name? Okay, then they will be able to log in into the system. Okay, but only problem is very difficult to give, remember public IP address. And also it can change. It is not mostly static. Most time is dynamic unless I look for static IP address, right? So whenever my public IP address change, I don't want to get confused. Every time I don't want to give the user the public IP address. What I will map address to a domain. Now public address change, domain will adjust accordingly. So domain name we are using maybe uwinpro.mynet.com, right? So I will ask you, okay, log in using this router string uwinpro.mynet.com. So automatically you will come to that public, you will be connected to the, you will be actually translated, your information will be translated to that public IP address and then you will be connecting to our server, right? So you will be actually connecting to our location, and in our location we have a SAP router. Through the SAP router you will be directed to different application servers or different SIDs. We may have 10 servers. So SAP router will, first your information will go to the router. Router, oh okay, you are looking for this one? Okay, go here. It will send you there, right? You go to the bank, you go to the reception, information counter, then you want to meet one mortgage broker, you give the name, she will route you. Same way. So you first go there, then it will be routed there. Okay? It's like a small router. Some security, but not